I'm gonna tell you a story, but the first thing I have to understand is time doesn't work the way I think it does. You can call me Oracle because I'm the one who's talking. Welcome to the call. And before we get into actually, you know what? All right, we're gonna get into the last of the Western phase stuff from Changeling the Dreaming with the Dragon's Ire, one of the other noble arts, or the last noble art that I haven't brought up yet. Invoking the Dragon's Ire allows a daily channel force from the Dreaming itself into melee combat. So near as I can tell, this is Grahazastra or a Dragon Sword Fury. But it's a specific Dragon Sword Fury, which makes it cooler. Tale of the favorite words of preternatural skill fill books of lore, and their exploits resound in the halls of Latter-day Seed Kings. The halls of Latter-day Saints, anyway. Changelings are the masters of melee combat, while the Seeds surpass all Cthane in the art of dueling. Changeling combat is wild and predictable, filled with leaps, parries, pratfalls, and breathtaking acts of daring do. Melee combat, Changeling warriors often able to summon a force from the Dreaming to aid them. They call it the Dragon's Ire. Many different tales describe the nature of the Dragon's Ire. Recaps have several limits concerning how they ate the heart of a dragon to gain its power, while Boggins tells a story about a fell dragon that became addicted to a Boggin chef's gooseberry tarts. All the tales have their merits, but the quest of Prince Arden is recounted most often in the courts of Concordia as the origin of the Dragon's Ire, for a very good reason, which I'm about to say. In Arcadia's distant past, before the fall fair folk ever came to this world, Arden's uncle stole the prince's crown and throne. Disconsolate, Arden ventured far into the Dreaming. There, a mighty dragon named Ouroboros attacked him. Yep, Ouroboros. That dragon. That dragon. Dragon's Ire is literally about calling forth Ouroboros. Well, that makes a Visa Kermit that sounds for Copa. That'd be pretty cool. After hours of fighting, Arden managed to slip his blade. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, by the way, that the Visa Kermit or the Poison Worm is like the Ouroboros. I'm like pretty sure about that. Like, I have Tanmata like potential to be wrong about this. Like I do, but like, it's just my thing. There, a mighty dragon named Ouroboros attacked him. After hours of fighting, Arden managed to slip his blade beneath the chin of the beast, but stated his death blow of the dragon would aid him in his quest to regain his throne. The dragon agreed, and Arden returned and gathered together a great host of members of every kith. He called his warriors the Overvori in honor of the dragon, and he taught them how to invoke its aid. His army was the first to summon the Dragon's Ire and went back his throne, eventually the throne of Arcadia as well. Effects, pale nimbus with flame surrounds those enveloped in Dragon's Ire, and a subtle cyclone of wind stirs their clothes. Some bystanders even hear music, which seems to echo faintly across the battlefield. Any changeling with Kenning can perceive the invocation of Dragon's Ire from a great distance as the tides of glamour shift suddenly in the direction of the wielder. The Dragon's Ire is not a force of animalistic energy. It is a celebration of the art of war. It is the dance of the duelist and the song of the fray. Changelings experiencing Dragon's Ire are confident, implacable, focused, and deadly. When a character attempts to invoke the Dragon's Ire, the player must spend a point of glamour, blah blah blah, make a glamour roll with difficulty equal to the character's banality. If successful, the player gains a number of dice for each success they gain, with a maximum equal to the character's current remembrance rating. These items can be spent on attack or maneuver rolls during each turn of combat, but do not accumulate with repeated attempts to raise the Ire. Once invoked, the Dragon's Ire lasts for an entire scene. Utterly wonderful use of the Dragon's Ire, especially at the climax of the story, may even generate glamour at the storyteller's way. If you're not like throwing Dragon's Ire around it like all the time just because you can. Like, oh, can I use Ire here? Can I use Ire here? Can I use Ire here? No. 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 You use that when you need it. Don't be like that. Characters invoking the Ire may add to the base pool in multiple actions, but may not roll more dice than the original pool size for any one feat. Let's say a newly knighted seed has invoked Dragon's Ire and has 3 dice spent. Okay, this is like game mechanics and stuff. Botching a Dragon's Ire roll is no fun to the character. The story counts up all ones rolled and then adds one to that number. At any point during a turn of combat, the storyteller may simply pluck that number of dice from the hands of the player, but may never take all the dice. Once botched, the error may not be re-invoked in the same scene. The terrible effect left for scene. There's a bunch of modifiers for your roll based on, and there is a changeling in any stage of Bedlam invokes the Dragon's Ire at great peril to friend and foe. The rush of glamour producing the grip of the ire is intoxicating to all changelings, and this rush is all the more seductive to those slipping in Bedlam. No roll is necessary. Success in invoking Dragon's Ire is automatic. You automatically succeed if you're in Bedlam and you invoke Dragon's Ire. You automatically succeed. That's by itself, that's dangerous. For a character in Bedlam to control the Dragon's Ire, a willpower roll must be made and 3 successes must be gained. The difficulty is the glamour rating of the character. Ow. That can be really bad. The difficulty is the glamour rating of the character. If the character controls the Dragon's Ire, then play out the effects normally. If the roll fails or botches, then the effects depend on the character's current level of Bedlam. Stage 1, made of burning gold. Projects a nimbus of burning gold streamers. Their Ire dice are doubled, then they proceed to Stage 2 when the scene is over if they're not killed. Stage 2, Gaze of Madness. The Githane channel raw power from the dreaming. Any Githane staring into the eyes of the character must make a willpower roll or enter Stage 1 of Bedlam. It's Crazy Eyes so bad, it gives you Crazy Eyes back. That's wild. Pretty literally, actually. Ire dice are doubled. If you see Stage 3 of Bedlam when the scene is over if they're not killed. Stage 3, the Visage of Doom. The changeling becomes a silhouette, reflecting the nightmare and possibilities of the daydreaming. Any changeling coming in contact with it is pulled into the depths of the dreaming. Chimerical weapons and arts have no effect on the Fae. Cold Iron is the only defense against the Vision of Doom. Dragon's Ire dice are tripled. But the character is devoured by the dreaming in a cataclysmic blast of glamour when the scene is over. What? That's ridiculous. Why would you do that to yourself? Why? Why would you do that to yourself? Alright. Thank you for watching. Please feel free to like, share, comment, and subscribe.